And
Is this thing working? But either way, let's see if this magic works. And apparently, we're going to be on the YouTube. So
if we make monkey noises, I think it might start working.
yeah, that's exactly how it's going to work. So don't get all butthurt, internet. Nothing in there.
Do a little.
So as you can see, I'm not the derp over here. Everything's backwards because I'm the camera facing me. So Wyatt Derp couldn't make it tonight, so I am S3 Tech, as you can find me on the Instagrams. And we got Pauly D here. Everyone knows Paul Van Dunk, the Van Dunk, the PVD, JR. And then, of course, we got the old man Glenn. Shut up, phone. The old man Glenn Plunkett.
Did you just take a phone call in the middle of introducing me?
I'm shutting up is what it was.
How dare you?
I know.
This interview's over.
Screw this. Unsupervised. I'm just going to leave this. But no. We got Glenn Plunkett from the Action Concepts. So, how you doing, Glenn?
All right, sorry about that.
I just did your introduction. So, how you doing, Glenn?
I'm well, and I just put the wrong ear thing in. Hang on, I'm with you. This is unsupervised, man. I mean, there's no guarantee that we're gonna do this right, or. I'm good. Thank you for asking.
Anybody, unfortunately, watching this, as you can see, we have a very limited cast today. Well, panel anyway. We have a few people that are running late, and other people that are at work and had other things come up. So hopefully soon Adam Peeny will be joining us, and maybe towards the end of the broadcast, if we last 2 hours, the actual Derp would be here also. Is anyone else supposedly coming? Do you guys know? Oh,
Ninja
Teresa
said she might. Yeah.
Exotic Ninja. She might. Unless, of course, anybody out there on the interwebs that's interesting or just doesn't give a fuck like us is more than welcome to ask to join. Just hit me up on the external, and I'll see what we can do.
Just gonna add random people.
Hey, you gotta keep it in.
Awesome.
I want to get Travis Haley in here.
Yeah.
He's probably got cool stuff to talk about.
I bet he does.
Uh-oh.
What's the matter?
We're being shut down.
No.
FCC just contacted Nick.
Garrett posted the wrong link on to watch on the Facebook.
No, I've got it up.
You got it up?
Yeah. I'm looking at it right now.
Well, Nine-Minded just messaged me with a picture saying that it's not going live for 24 hours, and it's not the right title. It says just watch something else.
Yeah, no, it's on. Like I got it on right now.
Are you watching you? Watch.
I am watching. Here.
Watching you.
Look at
Watching
you.
See, look at that. Look at that, huh? Watch, I can do.
That's kinda odd.
I knew that guy. I know that. I
So-
room with that guy.
Whoever that is, they're wrong.
Well, it's Nine-Minded. I'm not sure if he's technologically illiterate, but he has my phone number, so he knows how to text at least.
Tell him to make monkey noises. That worked for me.
Hit it with a hammer, do something, figure it out, Sebastian. All right. So, what has everyone been up to, Glenn? What have you been up to since our little R&R since SHOT Show?
When was our last show? Like before SHOT or right after?
Just before, actually. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. So yeah, I've taught a couple classes. Just a few weeks ago, I did a carbine class. Just working my ass off for the Air Force. And I got sponsored by Off the Grid Concepts as an instructor. So yeah, so he's hooked me up with some really nice Kydex.
Best posters in the business, man.
Everyday carry. He also got me a RTI mount. So I've got like all, because I have these on all my stuff. So yeah, good stuff. Good customer service. Great products. I was already running his stuff, so it's really nice that he's kind of helping me out, and so then I can spread the good word and get more people exposed to his product.
Heck yeah.
Nice.
You can get all those ODA bros in there.
Yeah. So
I have to go. I made coffee, but since we ran so late and we were talking, I forgot to go get it. So I gotta go get my coffee.
perfect.
So, I'll be back. Don't look at my butt while I leave.
That's all I can do when you walk away.
I know. So how about you, Nick? What have you been up to?
My ass has been sitting at home raising my kid. So
Also
he's
good.
Sleeping right now. He's 9 months old now.
Crazy.
Oh, and he's starting to walk. And that's the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, and you're just gonna be boggled by how fast it goes. My daughter just turned 4.
It's insane. It feels like a month ago he was like that big.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, he's just, and then once they're mobile, then everything changes, and then they just get more interactive and more fun, and
he's like a little drunk midget right now. It's awesome.
he's like your drunk friend.
Yeah. So, and he's starting to talk and like signal that he wants certain things. Like first word was dad. It was awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, and he's got 6 teeth already. It's insane. So,
Very cool.
yeah. But other than that, I've just been peeling every now and then. I've been doing a lot of traveling, peeling with people at different places, and trying to get my head injuries all situated so that I can go back into the workplace full time and get off disability from my injuries in Afghanistan. I've just been working on that hardcore a lot. And then after that, I bought a car. Totally reasonable car. Paulie saw that. Paulie, that's a totally reasonable, economical car, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
No, it's yeah.
Yeah.
That's what all parents should have. If you're not a sissy.
Yeah.
What do you have? What is it?
I bought a Cadillac CTSV.
Oh, I saw your picture. Yeah.
Yeah. I figured I'd go through my midlife crisis a little bit early.
Nice.
No. I've always been a saver, and always wanted a Corvette. Well, now that I have a kid, I kind of need a 4-door car. So the most practical thing I could think of is a 4-door Corvette, which is a Cadillac CTSV.
There you go. Nice.
They're safe too. It's not like
Oh, they got.
you're not really compromising there. You're getting a great car.
Oh yeah. It's a classy interior, and then it has side impact airbags, the whole 9 yards. So I'm happy with it so far. Except it needs to go faster.
Needs to go faster? Oh man. Careful.
Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Sorry, Paulie. I already made a appointment with Vengeance Racing.
Oh boy. Uh-oh.
Paul, what do you drive?
I actually have a 2003 Honda S2000 that is highly modified, and I also have a 2003 BMW 330xi all-wheel drive.
Wow. Crazy. All right.
I almost bought the 335. So.
I actually almost.
I didn't want to deal with it.
I almost bought a 5 Series, an 02 5 Series, because it was a 530i. Because the other week, coming home from the range, my BMW started idling really rough when we all went to Starbucks afterwards to get coffee, and then we hopped the street and got lunch at this deli. And I got back in the car, and Kyle was parked in front of me, the photographer, KT Money. I start the car, and it's like, I'm like, oh, what did I break? and it didn't smoke or anything. Then it started pinging. It was like ping, ping, and I was like,
That doesn't sound
oh
good.
my god, this thing just broke. Like right here, right now, it broke. So I freaked out. So I ended up giving the shop a call, and they're like, we can't take it until Thursday. Here it is Sunday. And I'm like, crap, what am I going to do? So the owner of Rebel Arms had just picked up a 530i that he was like, I picked it up, it's okay, but I'm not too hep about it. And I was like, oh, okay. And then he told me what he paid for it, and I was like, whoa, that's a really smoking deal. And it was basically like it was like my 03. Really, really nice body, really nice paint. It had high miles. It was like 120, but those BMWs go forever. So I was considering picking that up, but the car's fine. So.
All right. Well, we reached a milestone already. We have more viewers than we do have panel.
That's not hard.
Aww.
So, well, that might not be true because Glenn is watching, so we have the equal amount of viewers as our panel.
There we go.
So,
they don't outnumber us yet.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, let's get a small discussion geared towards guns and everything that goes pew and everything else. The big thing I've seen lately on Instagram is the lack of understanding of the manufacturer aspect of gun accessories, firearm accessories, etc. I see a lot of companies out there Instagram followers that don't understand that there's a limited amount of manufacturers for some accessories. And, like this rebranded stuff, where you see X, online shop has their own this and that, and it's just relabeled basically. But there are certain tolerances that can be adjusted for their signature barrel or trigger or something like that. And I don't think people understand that aspect of the industry. And so I've seen a lot of people get banned from certain Instagram pages for trying to call somebody out or try to call them out for something that they don't understand. I wanted to bring this to light. A lot of people aren't familiar with azimuth technologies.
You shouldn't even talk about azimuth. Is like the best kept secret for manufacturers.
Well, I guess for somebody that's not knowing, or not being in the business, I guess I know a lot. So, all right. Well, people just need to understand that there's a lot of stuff that is out there. Nobody's stealing each other's ideas. There's a lot of shared products out there, and
absolutely.
If you have a favorite store that you like to go to, buy their version. But nobody is stealing anybody's idea or product or anything like that. People just need to realize that and let it be. Because I subscribe to a lot of pages like that, and I've seen video calls. I'm not sure what this is.
He is taking it. Look at him. Look at him.
He's about taking a call in the middle of his background in the show, and he's taking a call,
bro.
It's
cool. Zach, just a call. We got it. He's a guest.
Yeah.
He's a guest.
So, Paul, you've been in the industry for a while, and so I'm sure you have a pretty good perspective on what he's talking about.
I get it, and we actually there's a lot going on there. Like, it's almost too much to talk about in one short, condensed, compressed amount of time. But I definitely get what he's saying. Like, there's guys out there, hey, look at this bolt carrier. Hey, look at this part. Look at this part. And someone that has a little bit of brand loyalty is like, hey, that's so-and-so's bolt carrier. It's like, well, actually, it's this company's bolt carrier who has no problem basically putting their bolt carrier with someone else's name on it because they're about the product.
Send me a message on Facebook.
So now he's totally stepping on you.
Just mute him.
I can't mute him. He's in control. He needs to mute himself.
Yeah.
I have muted him.
Oh, you
Bam.
muted him. All right.
Muted him.
That's
I'm
better.
gonna be like, how do I unmute myself? Oh my god.
Oh my god.
So when we're talking about like bolt carrier groups, especially like anybody's bolt carrier group, there's a couple things that to me is like a key feature that I'd be like, oh, I know who bolt carrier that is. Especially these flat-sided bolt carriers, front and rear. I know exactly what company they come from. They're enhanced bolt carrier groups. They have enhanced bearing surfaces. They're a little bit heavier than factory standard. Let's call it mill standards, which is I think what the actual company calls them. But that's a bolt carrier is a bolt carrier. Like, and I'm not saying that because like you shouldn't buy into like the coatings or the metallurgy or anything like that. I'm saying that because you did mute yourself. Damn it, mute yourself. You are so yelly right now. So yelly. So you have this you have these products being put out, and let's look at it like this. How many ways are there to make a bolt carrier?
Right.
We can only make so many bolt carriers in a certain way and have them all work. You can't really take it and go too far out the side of the design because it is designed for another piece of machinery. It's built to go into another piece of machinery. So until that piece of machinery changes, the bolt carrier won't.
Right.
It's just one of those things. Now let's not look at bolt carriers. Let's look at holsters. Let's look at knives. Let's look at magazines. Let's look at magazine extensions. All that fancy stuff that comes along with the territory. Slings, bags, rifle cases.
Like slings and holsters are a great example because there's a couple ways to make them. And,
Absolutely.
And there's lots of companies that make great quality both those products. And so then it's not really that somebody's doing it that much better than anyone else. It's more about customer service, and then it's just all style. Like, a piece of nylon webbing is a piece of nylon webbing,
Well, and that's the truth. You know that for sure. I mean, as end users, we get to see a lot of things depending on how up to snuff you want to be, like on the internet checking out new products. Like I'm always checking out like the blogs and Instagram and Facebook and product pages because like I'm interested in this stuff because you got to evolve with it. You can't stay back there because and I know how far things have changed from a couple weeks ago till now.
Yeah, and otherwise we'd all be running 3-point HK style slings, and
exactly. And look at that. That was all the rage. And for no other reason than this is what so and so uses, and his reasoning behind it is XYZ, and everyone's like, well, I got to do that because that's that.
And it looks cool. Yeah.
here's my pet peeve. And this is a personal thing. Minimalist. I get it. I get wanting to be a minimalist. It makes sense to me. But close to 72% or 68% of the people I see with all this minimalist stuff, there's a lot of focus on the whole minimalist mentality, but like for what reason? They're not carrying a rifle for a living. Like right. This piece of equipment isn't on you all day. It's just not. So you have yourself in that situation where you're kind of, and this doesn't go for everybody. This does not go for everybody. So don't bastardize me on the internet because I'm saying this. But for some people I see, I'm looking at the minimalist setup and I'm like, why?
I think it's just cause and
what purpose?
And I mean they get really extreme with like the buttstocks and things like that and stuff that if you got a mortar out around, that minimalist buttstock may turn against you.
I agree.
I mean, I think minimalists shouldn't take precedent over function, and that's the problem. Is like I don't like form over function, but I also don't like subtracting to the point where it's not functional or reliable.
But I wouldn't go as far as to say that yourself or myself or anyone on the panel would impose their will onto someone else.
No, definitely not.
That's kind of going along with that minimalist mindset. It's kind of being like you're kind of being drug into that, like by the tractor beam. They're like, come here, and you're like, whoa, I don't do the minimalist thing. Like, I like my setup. I don't carry the gun for a living, especially with my rifles in particular. Like I do run this stock because this is one of the stocks that Rebel offers, and I actually like it. But talking about that mortaring project, if I have to mortar, I have to be very aware of what impact area is on the ground. I don't want to put this end on the ground because this could cause me a problem. But my impact area is the square of the stock. I'd be okay.
Yeah.
I like to run a slick handguard. Sometimes I don't like handguards at all, but I do a lot of shooting lately these days, and the gun gets hot. You know, all guns get hot. So these handguards work great for me. I run a light with a it's basically from Unity Tactical. The front sight is integrated into the light mount, so it's technically minimalist. I have an EOTech EXPS3, and I have my Knight's Armament backup iron sights. That's it. That's all that's on the gun. I have a light and an optic. We'll show this.
You're moderately minimalist.
I am. You know what? I would say I'm moderately minimalist. But now let's look at what's going on over here.
But he did say moderately.
Would you say that this is moderately minimalist? We're talking. We got the D-ball on there, EOTech EXPS, tape switch, fixed front sight. I mean, this is one of the guns I go to the department and train with. It's predominantly used for going to the department and teaching, basically TAC carbine, and that's as an AI strictly. I don't teach their curriculum. I don't preach their curriculum. I just teach little sections they need me to. But when I go there, sometimes you need a D-ball, sometimes you don't. So I leave it on the weapon. If I need to change the position of it, that's what's cool about this mount. I can move it to the front of my sight, and I'm good to go.
You know what? I think that's still moderately minimalist for what you're teaching. You have to be aware of what you're instructing. I mean,
sure.
If you're going to be doing, tactical carbine with officers or SWAT and stuff like that, then yeah, you need to adapt to what they use, but you're not adding anything more to it.
Exactly. But let's look at how many people have seen the new, what is it, a 5-pound rifle?
Yeah.
Why? I get it. It's cool. It's light. But, like, if you're not carrying it for a living, isn't it just a piece of engine bling? I mean, it's a really light person.
I've been on some marches where I wish I had a 5-pound rifle.
You
want the disappearing rifle.
You carry the rifle for a living, though. So that's completely different.
Can we get a 240 that weighs 5 pounds?
That's where that phrase really does dig in, because you would need something like that. Whereas I don't, because I'm not carrying the rifle for a living.
Yeah, we need the minimalist 240. That's what we need.
Right?
How amazing would that be? Oh.
Or splitting a damn 50 cal up between 3 of us. Oh my goodness, that was miserable.
Hey, at least we weren't carrying mortars, right?
Well, I don't know if it was much better.
Yeah,
how's everybody doing?
Good, Zach. How are you?
I'm good.
You never sent me any pictures.
Ooh, my bad. I'll do that right now.
All right. Yeah, because I'm taking them all apart and I'm sending them out tomorrow. So.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were asking for Dick pic.
No,
Whoa.
he's already got those, man.
That's like a really boring thing with us. That's like all.
We hadn't crossed the line yet, but now we have.
Yeah, well.
We're
Well,
unsupervised.
it hasn't been any viewers, so I mean, the people that are watching definitely know what to expect.
Yeah, we can blame Garrett too.
He's not,
Yeah, he's not here
we're
to defend himself.
We're unsupervised, so we can do whatever we want.
That's right. But I think I went off on a tangent there. I don't ever mean to come off as bashing or off-putting to any particular category of our industry, because I'm not. I don't have a problem with it. But I think that some people take the minimalist thing too far because, and this is only on social media that I've seen this. I've never seen this in person. I've only seen this in social media. But the problem is so many people see it that it starts to become like a movement. You got this guy that posts like the minimalist stuff, right? Well, the next day he posts his pocket dump, and it's like beard comb, 2 Corettes, 5 cell phones, 8 pistols, 12 backup magazines, a handbag, a laptop computer, a small superconductor for the continuum transfunctioner, and like something else, and you're like, what happened to minimalist?
Well, now we know why he needs the 5-pound rifle.
Yeah, because he's got all that.
That's right.
Yeah. But like, you know, all that stuff being aside, I think that the minimalist movement, let's call it, has brought some really innovative products into our community, especially with mounting solutions for lights, flashlights, optics, iron sights, canted offset stuff, some more slender hand guards and rail systems, lighter weight stuff. It's really good stuff, but you really do get to a point where there's so many drawbacks. Like with super light rail systems, I don't like to run them because after my, let's call it 6th demo of the day, my rifle is pretty hot. And the lesser material you have in the rail system, obviously the more heat transfer you're going to have into your handguard. And that's when you start like a little bit discomfort.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, what do you think? What do you think, Mr. Plunkett?
No, I agree. I tend to lean more on the side of durability and reliability. I mean, our work M4s, they're not super overweight, but they're pretty heavy. We have quad rails on them, but we still have a white light and a laser and a SOP mod buttstock and a fairly robust 2-point sling, and so it's not the lightest thing in the world. But the thing is, I know it's going to work.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more. That's kind of one of my big things as far as my selection goes. I've never really. I think I said this many times before. Me and you might even had a conversation about it at SHOT Show. I've never in my life fired a gun before I purchased it. I've never gone anywhere and had to feel something before I purchased it, and I don't want to seem catty about that, but the whole idea behind that was I feel confident that I can visually see quality in the finish, in the material, in the sheen, and having the specs is important to me. Like I would rather spec it out and understand its specs and the way it's built before even considering it. So like, especially with running these Rebel Arms rifles, the barrels on these are 4150. So that right there was a big selling point to me. I was like, that's pretty cool because now we're dealing with a gun, a rifle barrel that's 4150 CMV, and it's got a nitride coating inside and out. And the cool thing about nitride for me is, especially like a stainless barrel, is all the edges for the rifling, the ratchet rifling, they're still sharp. It's not like chrome lining where it rounds the edges a little bit because it's a pretty thick coating. So you have these not as sharp edges, and as some of the videos I posted, like these things are pretty accurate. I mean, with an EOTech at 600 meters in a wind, I'm cracking steel. Obviously, it wasn't like shot for shot. I mean, I had 3 out of 5, but I can't read wind with an EOTech. Like I'm just like, it'll hit maybe. But I mean, I think everyone here, I'm pretty sure we all can appreciate quality parts.
Yeah.
And that kind of is where I'm going with is like, there's a sacrifice with certain things. Like when you want durability and dependability, you may not get the lightest thing out there. You might get right in the middle of the road.
Well, and I think there's a route to lightness that I don't think everybody, that I'm seeing. I'm seeing some of the same folks on the internet that you're seeing. The route to lightness that they're taking is the cheapest possible, lightest possible. And they're not really looking at quality, they're not really looking at durability, they're not looking at build materials, they're just like, they look at the scale and see what it says, and then does it look the way they want it to. And that's where I think that's the pitfall, is just going strictly for lightness, and then on top of that, trying to save money while you're doing it.
That also affects the way the rifle shoots. Like,
Right.
My rifle's not as flat as I'd like it to be. Well, it's really light. So that's your drawback. That's your takeaway from that. It's really light, but it's not going to be super flat, or follow-up shot may not be super great. I had a guy call me a couple days ago, and I had helped him spec his rifle, and he was an ASK hole, He asked me a ton of questions. I gave him all the answers I possibly could to steer him in the right direction. He ended up just doing what he wanted anyway. So I was like, "What the heck, man?" So then he shoots the rifle and says like, "Oh, I don't think I like my rifle." I was like, "You don't say," because his whole his whole like idea of the rifle was based on visual aesthetics.
Right.
It's gotta look good, Paul. It's gotta look good, Paul. And I'm like, okay, your idea of looking good and mine are probably very different. His rifle looks pretty good. Doesn't shoot very good though.
Yeah.
So says him. So, that there's a perfect example of like, hey, sometimes we have to look at functionality before we can look at like, oh hey, that's really pretty, or that's the coolest thing on the block, or that's the nicest rifle I've seen on Instagram today. Like, big deal. You have the prettiest rifle. Okay, well now let's run it. Let's shoot it. I see a ton of safe queens out there, but I don't see a lot of guys running the rifles hard. Perfect example would be Zach and Nick. Those guys run their equipment into the ground because you got to find that limit. You got to find that limit so you can pretty much benchmark it. Like, okay, here's my failure point. I know I can put it through this type of use up to this point before I have to, let's call it, relubricate or disassemble, field strip and clean real quick and reassemble, or just change ammunition or let it cool down, like silly stuff like that. You got to know that stuff. Having the gun and being like, yeah, I went to the range. It runs real good. Like, oh yeah, how much did you shoot it? I shot 100 rounds through it. Like, runs. Okay.
That's a torture test these days.
Yeah,
I've had people tell me when I'm refinishing their gun, they're like, treat it like it was yours. I'm like, you don't want me to do that.
Yeah.
Well, I recently took a AA Ron's carbine course lately, this past month, I guess it was. And as you said, I have people that have nice rifles but run them because they're not safe queens. I took my SBR Scar 16 out. First thing, I didn't know. I know two people there. I knew AA Ron and I think Dane was there, VW Dane, and then I got up on the line and I hear people say, that's a $5,000 build he has right there. Why is it out of the safe? And then throughout the day, of course it being solo defense, we have the best weather out ever. It started pouring rain, and later it got mud, and then it blew up on Instagram because I had a $5,000 gun and I threw it in the mud. I bashed it against corners of different barriers and crap like that, and they're like, oh, okay, he actually runs his shit. And then people ask me, it's like, why are you using that gun? And I'm like, why? I was like, why wouldn't you? The reason is, it's like, yeah, I have a brand new build that I haven't tested yet. I'm just going to keep it in the safe for when, let's say shit hits the fan and not know its failure point. It's kind of redundant to do something like that. If you don't know how your build or how your weapon is going to perform in the time of need, or just for your general knowledge, you're not going to know how to push it, when to push it, and when to use off on it. So,
purpose has a lot to. There's not a rifle or pistol I own does not get used. So I don't really have, and that's not to say like, hey, if I had limited amounts of money, that I wouldn't buy a really expensive, nice XYZ gun, and literally just like a nice custom knife I have, like, oh, look at this thing, oh, like I'm with that, but like with firearms for me, these are tools for me. I go out and this is how I make my money. So, Glenn's the same way. So,
would you say it's purpose driven?
It would be purpose driven. Yeah.
Product placement.
Cool product placement, or maybe it would be.
Yeah, what do you got?
Back in the day, heck, back when I was like early 20s, I got over the whole mentality because the guys I shot with never looked at equipment like that. It was equipment. It was there to be used. You know, I mean, can we all remember when we got a nice pair of shoes in high school and like we were mad about the first scuff, but after the first scuff we were like, I'm a brat to this mud hole right here. There you go, brat. And you get a piece of equipment and you know it's the investment. It's like, okay, I just invested a lot of money. I want to keep this as pristine as possible for as long as possible. I'm like that. As soon as that thing goes in the case, it comes out of the box through my FFL in the case, in the car, home. As soon as that thing leaves home in my trunk to a class, it's go time. Like that thing's gonna get beat. It's gonna get beat real bad. And it's not that I'm trying to abuse my equipment. It's that I'm rough on stuff because I don't like to. Everything I do is with purpose, so I don't want to do anything to kind of sissy-foot anything and cause an issue. So, you know, like we were just talking about mortaring the rifle. Like, when I mortar a rifle, I mortar that son of a bitch. Like, I smash that thing into the ground because it's not a delicate process. You know, if you're mortaring the gun, you're doing it for a reason, and obviously you want to do it as efficiently and as fast as possible because you obviously work.
Especially if you set up the real bolt override versus the fake easy one, where you really have to just beat the crap out of that thing to get it out.
I've only seen one real bolt override, and that was the weirdest thing.
Yeah, I was in a class last summer, and we were doing one-handed malfunction clearances, and he had us. It was a Redback 1, and you know, Jason. and he had us. It was really cool because he was setting them up. He had us setting them up proper, so they did not come out easy. Like there was no like just lock it back and tap it and it pops right out. None of that. It was like every single one, mortar them out, and you know the guns either take it or they don't.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we had a back in '09 when I was over at Fort Dix. We had this little train up for pre-deployment for guys in the Air Force that weren't normally handling weapons that much. He had everything from, you know, airmen all the way up to full birds. And this one full bird during an active movement field drill, we had the blank adapters on that whole 9 yards, and he had a legit full override. And he was like, I can't move my bolt back, I can't clear it, nothing. So we went over to him. It was a musket M16. So we went over to him, and it took the biggest guy that we could find to try to mortar this thing in the middle of the field to get this thing out. And we actually ended up breaking the stock. So, I mean, that right there, yeah, good doing this. I mean, you need to know what your rifle can do, what abuse it can take, especially when it comes to mortaring. If you don't have the right stock for it, don't do it. Unless you plan on replacing your stock. Like with my Scar 16, I'm not sure if it can take that. But then again, the bolt is designed a little bit different, and it shouldn't have a bolt override situation. But if it ever did, will I test my stock to see if it'll handle it? Yeah, I would. I would probably have to buy a different stock. I have no problem with that. But just to see if it could handle it, and since I have yet to see anybody on the interwebs post a video or post on a forum saying that, hey, I had this malfunction and I tried to clear it like anyone else would, and it broke my stock. So, I mean, if you're going to something that's unusual and for your weapon system, definitely try it out if you have the money to fix anything that could break, or take it apart and do whatever you can. But I like to try things out for myself and see what it is.
Yeah, and it's always better if you can use a unit issue for that stuff. But you know, I'm not a fan of abusing tools, because they are just tools to me. I'm a software guy, not a hardware guy, and so the gun is just a tool. But I'm also not a fan of destructively abusing my tools. But with that, I do think, you know, it should be able to handle normal wear and tear, which would include the common malfunctions of that system. You know, so if SCARs don't have bolt overrides, then, you know, no worries. But the ARs do, you know, occasionally, and so you want to be able to solve it. And you want your minimalist butt stock to be able to handle solving that problem. So.
Well, I just know that the scar butt stock is a problem. It's a weak point. So,
Yeah.
you know, if I ever got in a situation where I actually needed to impact it, I would try it. You know, as long as it wasn't in a situation where I needed the rifle to be functioning all day. But I try it, and if something broke, I'd replace it.
Yeah.
I'd rather have the knowledge available for myself and anybody else, available for everybody else, and share my experience with it, and that way everyone can learn from the experience.
Yeah.
That's why I love that monster right there.
The Ace.
The Ace. I had the Ace OpCom also.
That thing is built like a damn rock, man.
Yeah, my buddy currently owns the first AR I built with the Ace OpCom stock also. That thing, you can try to, you know, an interior door, you can bash that thing in with that.
I mean, hell, look.
Yep.
It's made for beating people with. I love it.
It's like a meat tenderizer.
Yeah.
That's probably one of my favorite stocks for the ARs right there.
Damn, they're expensive though.
Yeah, almost $100. But Zach, how have you been? Staying busy?
Very, very. Actually, really busy. I'm full time now. I have no job. This is the only job I do. So I work on guns all day. It's like redneck's wet dream, man. I love it.
It's redneck's wet dream.
I get paid to play with guns all day. It's pretty awesome.
That is a good deal.
Yeah, man. I mean, you're living the dream then.
As long as I can keep up with the bills, that's all that matters.
That's right. 'Cause they're not waiting for anybody.
No.
Ooh.
Who is that
Whoa.
guy?
Uh-oh. Look out.
Oh. Oh, hey.
We now have adult supervision.
Adult? I'm far from it.
Yeah, we're screwed if that's a supervisor.
Yeah, if that's my role coming in, then I quit. Oh, look at all you sexy people.
Where have you
the
been?
Wyatt Earp in?
I was at work.
I'm not.
Hi, everybody. You're not the derp. Hey, everybody. Good to see you guys.
Hey, buddy.
Come on.
Good to see you.
I have heard through the etherwebs that, Nikki, you might have the screen locked on Paul, and you may or may not have had it locked on Paul for about 20 minutes now.
No, it's empty. It's
How
live.
do I control that?
Does Paul have a little blue box around him on your screen?
No.
No, he's.
It's white.
I'm watching it right now. He's fine.
Okay, all right.
I think it was just because Paul was talking.
The program automatically knows what the best looking dude in the room is.
I was gonna say, like, I don't blame it. I would have locked on Paul.
It's automatically locking on the best looking person in the room.
I'd go with Paul too.
It's unanimous. It's Paul.
No. It doesn't work like that.
God damn, it's good to see you guys.
Hey, I'm pretty proud. I'm trying to quit smoking.
You have fun with that. I'm gonna enjoy this cigarette.
I've only had a few in the past few days. I'm chewing nicotine gum.
All right.
Oh, it's not bad. It's cinnamon flavored.
What did I miss? What kind of tactical fuckery have we gotten into?
We were talking about minimalist stuff.
Oh, fun. I have tried to take that route from the beginning. I hope I have.
Well, we're talking about people like going for lightweight and minimalist without really attending to function and reliability first.
Okay.
Those
All
are
right.
important attributes.
Yeah, first you definitely want to make sure your shit works before you start stripping down.
That is affirmative.
Well, didn't and I gotta ask Yeti about this, but he and Tim from Trifecta were working on like a sub 3 pound AR build.
Didn't Alex Ryan do something like that also?
I have no idea. But for a while, Yeti was talking about pretty much boring out, skeletonizing the lower. And the whole time, I mean, this was like end of season 1, beginning of season 2 of OpCom. And I think we raised some cane, like, it's not going to work. And Tim goes, I don't give a shit. I just want to do it. Okay.
That's like those skeletonized drum magazines I see people running a lot. And it's like, I don't want my ammo holding device to have all kinds of holes in it. Like that's why I have a box magazine, is to protect my ammo from the elements.
Yeah, I mean those are cool and they're good for show, I guess. I think X Products is one in particular. They're really cool. I can't afford one, so I'm not going to get one. But if I'm at a shoot and someone's like, "You want to shoot this X Products skeletonized drum?" I'm going to say, "Hell yes, I do."
But are you going to go into a fight with them?
Hell no.
Yeah, exactly.
No way. I'll be the coolest. I will. You know what? I will, and I'll be the baddest ass looking dude. I'm gonna have a Typhon plate carrier. I'm gonna be all in multicam black, and I'm gonna have X Products everything. I'm gonna have a fully
skeletonize your plate while you're at it.
Yeah. Don't hit me here. Just this cool little cross section I put in.
Skeletonized. Oh my god.
That's going to be the new news, the skeletonized plate for your skeletonized plate carrier.
Well, it'll just be the cutouts of your vitals, so it'll have the shape of your lung, shape of your heart.
Like everything will be multicam black, but I'll have something that just like aim here. Like this general area right here will be completely empty. Did y'all see this badass shirt?
I like multicam black.
I do. I love it, but.
Is that a penguin that is temple indexing?
This is a temple indexing penguin.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Where'd you get that?
Ben Lockhart from Lockhart Munitions had a run of them. There's a few out there. It's the whole you got to know somebody and know somebody who knows somebody kind of thing.
I don't know anybody.
I just luckily, dude. He's from my hometown, and we were friends for a while. Then he moved off and. Started Cerakoting, and he found a lot of humor in this, and so yeah, it got turned into a T-shirt.
Oh,
so.
Talking about your hometown, my DMO in your hometown right now. Can you go strangle somebody at the post office and get it for me?
What?
My DMO purchase is in your hometown right now at the post office.
Oh, I'll go find somebody. I can't guarantee you're going to get your knife either way, but I saw pictures of it, dude. It's a bacon machete.
Pretty much.
It's a bacon cleaver. That's some awesome stuff. When you tell, like, since Zach's in the room, you're an established Cerakoter. I'm really curious to know. If someone goes, hey, can you make this look like bacon? Do you immediately say no problem, or do you go, oh, shit?
Oh, no. You always say yes and figure it out later.
That's the right answer.
I think that is the right answer. Because Nick has a bacon cleaver. Ben from Lockhart did a rotten banana Glock. If you haven't seen that, it's one of the best things in the world. It's just... Type in, if you're on, if you use Google, I'm sure if you just type in banana Glock, you'll find that. Or you'll probably find something that like Matt V 2009 did, shoving bananas into Glocks. Or if you're on Instagram, it's hashtag BananaWarn. And it's
Banana
Warn.
Nice.
It's the best thing I've ever seen. Like, I don't know how the whole rotten fruit craze got started, but he did it, and it's phenomenal. It's so realistic. It's a fucking rotten banana Glock.
Oh my god.
Talk about minimalist.
I've seen it before.
Yeah, there it is.
Actually, you know what? You're right, because DMO did post up my cleaver did.
Would yours be bacon worn?
I don't know. Actually, you know what? I gave them full artistic license on it.
I think you did good.
He has artistic freedom.
Yeah. So
It's so bacony. It's a bacon cleaver.
That's hilarious.
And you know that thing is this freaking big. I mean, it's huge.
yeah. Well, nobody's seen the other side either. There's a little bit more to it. When I was in Iraq on one of my other contracts, we lost some guys that were very close to me, and actually, he did a little tribute to them on it.
So bacon on one side and a memorial on the other.
Yeah, pretty much.
There you go.
Yeah, it has the dates and everything like that, and then the province that we were in was Wasat province in Iraq, and so he took out that what would have been that like county and a state, but the little province there, he took it out, and
That's cool.
with the date on there. So, but yeah, I gave him total thing, and he just asked me some questions, and he went with it. So, he knows I smoke a lot of meat, so.
I thought you were gonna say weed. I really thought you were gonna say weed.
I was leaving that open
Why
for
do you
everybody.
Why do you need a cleaver for tons of pot?
No, I do a lot of,
You obviously don't know how he gets down.
He gets down, he's like, I gotta cut the bricks, man.
He's like wading through the forest of plants.
God, it's good to see you, Paul. I missed your face.
You have my number.
I know. I started a new job. Everybody wants to know where I've been.
I didn't leave you alone. I think you could get lonely one night.
I love you. In fact, I'm planning on coming to visit you in Virginia Beach.
I heard that.
I'm hoping. I gotta get my money back that belongs to me from the fucking government first.
Government.
Virginia Beach. What you doing in Virginia Beach?
I got a class out there with Aaron Cowan of Stage Dynamics.
Oh,
Boom!
nice.
2-day pistol.
Yes.
When is this?
It'll be May 6th and May 9th and 10th.
9th.
Oh.
My best friend in the world lives in Norfolk.
Well, come with us.
We both have to come then.
Yeah.
I was thinking, but baseball's in full swing.
No, Skip, you need a baseball break.
No. One day when he's old enough, I don't want him to ever be able to look at me and be like, "You remember that time?" Nope.
You didn't come to that game.
Nope.
plan.
And sure as hell, the one game I miss is the one where he hits like 6 home runs.
Yeah, that's probably how it'll work.
It would drive me insane.
Oh, all right. I can't hate on you then, but
I mean, you could, but you'd be wrong.
right. Yeah, I won't. I won't.
You gotta be a good dad.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, there's tons of fun coming up. Okay, so Paul's got a class with Aaron, which is always awesome. And Glenn, you've got a class coming up very soon with Solo.
Nope.
Yes or no?
No, we canceled it.
Oh.
Yeah. No, nobody signed up. Like they expect us to like magically appear out there. Nobody registered. So.
Well, you can. I thought you were going to say you were getting your bikini wax and the appointment moved to that weekend and you had to cancel.
Dude, I do my own bikini waxing. I'm fine.
Yeah, he does.
Paul knows.
Paul's like, he FaceTimes me that shit.
No.
Well, Paul knows from in person.
Oh, God, I just got a mental image.
Yeah, shortly after we went off the air, Paul and Glenn got really close.
Man, why y'all gotta do that stuff when we're off air? Like, I'm pretty sure that's what the viewers want.
They want a recap of what we did at SHOT Show.
A play-by-play of the hotel room and SHOT Show.
Was there a garden club involved?
It wasn't that bad. It was a lot of fun. We were talking about that before the show went live. How I personally think Glenn is like the best person to room with at SHOT Show because Like, he's a family man. We both don't like being out late, so it's not like I'm being drugged to parties. You know, if anything, I am dragging him out, and he's all like, "Let's go!" And then 10 o'clock hits, and me and him are both like, "We should probably go back to the room."
It's time for nighty nights.
Time for our naps.
It worked out well. We were kind of on the same wavelength as far as the amount of like craziness. So.
See, you guys now have a basic understanding of actually getting sleep at SHOT Shows. I don't know what that means.
You just got to make the call and go to bed. Nothing
No.
good happens after midnight.
Yes, tons of
gotta
good
know
things happened.
that.
Tons of good things happened.
No.
No, I agree with you. Me and Doug were the same way. We're like, let's go to bed.
You guys are showing your age.
I gotta call my wife.
I can attest to that one. I mean, it was already rough enough being away from her through SHOT Show, and then, being in limited contact was even worse. So.
Oh man, y'all are gonna get me all misty. I'm gonna start getting teary out here.
These damn scumbags putting their families first. What is wrong with
I
these
know,
people?
right? Like, who does that?
It's America coming to.
I know. Thanks, Obama.
Thanks, Obama.
Oh man,
You guys are terrible.
ruin the family system. Oh, well, yeah. I don't know I haven't seen you guys. I mean, I'm sure you guys launched a show with something like, "What's new? Where you been? How you been?" So I'm out of the loop. I'm sorry. I'm late.
I think we actually launched the show with me and Nick talking about our kids.
Okay.
Because Paul went to get coffee.
I need coffee. It's been one of those days.
Yeah, coffee needs to be on deck. I actually ordered some of that Black Rifle coffee.
I
Check
thought you
stuff
were going to
out.
say you ordered coffee. I was like, where do you order coffee from at this time?
Oh man, I could use a delivery
I
service.
want that.
Yeah, Starbucks delivery.
That would be.
No, I ordered some of that Black Rifle, and it still hasn't even shipped. So I'm sitting here twiddling my thumbs, like, all right, I'm gonna have to deal with subpar coffee. See if the shit lives up to its name.
I'm supposed to.
Death Wish. That stuff's good.
Christine turned me on to Death Wish, and I loved it. But I'm trying a little bit of everything. I'll probably end up going back to Death Wish because it was phenomenal.
I like that other company's commercials.
Yeah, that's why I did it. I was like, that's a phenomenal commercial.
Like
Even if their coffee sucks, I'm going to give them some money. It was clever. It was an anti-hipster commercial. It was just like, you know what? We don't give a fuck if you like our coffee or not. We're going to make it anyway, and we think it's good, so buy it. And if you don't buy it, you're a piece of shit hipster.
Exactly.
I'm not a piece of shit hipster. Buy now! It's like the ball's in your court, assholes.
Pretty much.
Fine, I'll fucking buy it.
A little different marketing technique there.
It was well done. So my hat's off to them. Well, since we didn't get, what is new with everybody?
No, we then covered that.
Okay, all right. Well then, I'm just gonna. I'll see you later. I'm leaving.
What's new with you? What's
I have
going
nothing
on?
to contribute.
What is new with you? What's new with Garrett?
Oh, Garrett is working full time. I'm back in IT, and so that's why my hours are so weird. I just did a server migration, and now I'm doing a lot of tweaks and stuff, which unfortunately require me to work odd hours because I'm coming in the morning and making sure I didn't break anything the night before, and then I'm leaving and going to the gym. I'm in the gym a lot. I've lost a fair amount of weight, and then go back to work. And typically I'm back in at like 6 and I work till 10 or 11. So I'm still getting in a full day. It's just a huge break in the middle. And if I'm not at work or with my kiddo, then I'm at the gym. Me and Paul used to FaceTime when I started at the gym, and now I'm less fat.
Hey man, I'm here. I'm here.
It'll
I have not changed one bit. I am
Good.
still here for you.
Oh, that's what I like to hear. I know. I just had to find. That's part of the reason that OpCom hasn't happened a lot, you guys, and I'm sorry for that. But I had to find my new groove, and I like it, but I'm still kind of figuring things out. And gym is taking precedence, dude. When we first started OpCom, I was 245. I am now roughly 180, 185.
Nice.
Yeah, you look good when I stopped by.
Yeah, that's right. You
Not
couldn't
gonna
keep your
lie.
hands off me.
You gotta get that you gotta get those Ranger panties, bro. And
Oh, I have some.
like with like a ripped up tank top, like the old school like Guns N' Roses T-shirts they had that were all shredded.
I have one.
Oh,
I already have the required
pictures of all that. You need to like do leg day and like leg day.
That's actually what I'm doing as soon as we're over. We're done here. I got to go back to the gym. So yeah, life is stretched pretty thin, and my little one's starting kindergarten soon. There's a lot of kindergarten prep going on. So yeah, I've been out of the loop, but I want to try and get things back. If I have to do OpCom from the gym, I will.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
You guys don't want to see that, but
All we'd hear is weights lifting.
yeah, a bunch of clanking, me crying like a bitch, throwing up, and then Ranger panties.
I just want you doing squats in Ranger panties with it muted the whole time.
That's fine. I'll make it happen.
Do you ever do like the
Yeah, yeah. During squats, I do.
yeah.
I'm that guy.
Or how about, like, for me, what's when I'm doing upright rows, my face just does this thing that I can't control, and it's just like, it looks like I'm having a stroke or something. It drives me crazy, because it's like, it just does it. Like, no matter, like, I don't
You
know
look
what to
like when you made that face. You look like every time John Mayer sings. That's what he looks like.
We are a rough crowd.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody wants to hear about that. In the gun world, I don't really have anything new.
I had something pretty cool happen today. Had a local guy call me out of the blue the other week. He was asking, kind of what my capabilities are as far as refinishing, and he said he had some work for me to do. He said he worked for another company, and he got some big clients, and he wanted to give them some gifts. Well, today, this guy, he called and he asked, he said, can me and my design team come by? I was like, yeah. Well, they got here, and, I didn't even bother to ask them what business it was or anything like that. And we got to talking, and they showed me some designs, and like, can you do this on the 1911? I was like, yeah. And he said, well, we've got a dozen large customers that we're going to give these 1911s away to, and, I think we want you to handle them. I was like, that's cool. Well, I was like, what kind of company are you guys? He's like, oh, we sell life insurance. I was like, you know what? I said, that is so damn cool, a life insurance company giving guns away. I thought that was pretty cool.
That's really cool.
Something I never expected to be working for was a life insurance company.
Or if they just said, like, PETA. PETA. That's, man. What now?
Is that a Moyak by any chance?
What was that?
Was this a life insurance company out of Moyak by any chance?
No, it's a National Agents Alliance.
So it's an actual. Okay.
Zach's throwing out the plugs too. He's like, so these motherfuckers are giving me work. So if you need anybody,
boom, boom. National Agents Alliance. Cover your ass right here.
Someone just landed a side gig selling life insurance. Are you even licensed? You can't even do that.
No, but I can surely send them. They got an affiliate program.
Look at that fantastic hat you have on.
You like that?
Awesome. Dude, I actually had to go purchase a new one. Same one.
Oh, you mean like this?
Yep, Seton. God, I can't get enough Tactical Outfitters hats. Jesus, these are the most comfortable hats I've ever worn.
They are great.
Oh, I was at Paul Van Dunk's class when I had to retire the gray hat. It is now for classes only because that thing got filthy, and there ain't no cleaning it. It's like green sweat stains across the top.
Well, that's what happened. Play in the garden with the horse.
Yep, well that, and then when you've got a menacing, shadowy figure behind you with a pyramid-shaped beard, telling you to run, and I'm fat and out of shape, you sweat into your hat. Wait till you see me now, Paul.
That's so creepy. It's so ominous. Wait till you see me now.
Are you you sharing a room with Cowan, or are you flying solo?
No. Probably gonna share it with Cowan and KT Money.
There's room for me somewhere. I'll squeeze into that beard party. Sorry, I took it there.
That's okay.
I did.
It would be weird if you didn't.
Yeah, it's true. I got to bring it back in traditional fashion.
Yeah, somebody's got.
I did send my 19 frame over to Mr. Michael Parks.
Ooh.
Nice.
I'm gonna have the world's first agency S3F Weapon Works and DP Customs Glock.
Actually, you're not.
Fuck!
Way to let him down easy.
Shit!
Paul.
Hair done.
Damn, I was really excited about that. Talking to Mike, I was like, I think this will be the first one. And Mike's like, it might be. And I'm going, I'm excited. And now, he can fucking keep it. Now he can just keep it. I'm done. I quit.
You just said that to be nice.
Probably. Either way, I'm excited. And it's not going to be like yours anyway, Paul. Ugh. It's going to be different. Ugh. No, that should come back.
So speaking of agency, they're kind of taking the internet and the Glock world by storm.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Because when you can take a look at what competitors do and say, okay, here's everywhere they're fucking up. Here's how we can make it better. And here's how we can offer. I mean, like, holy crap. I don't know why anybody would send their gun to somebody like Zeptech or anybody else, because my experience so far has been beyond stellar.
Well, I mean, let's be fair. Other companies are doing decent work. I think that agency is one of the first companies to do it on in the manner in which other they're basically, I don't want to say picking up the slack, but it does seem like they're filling the gaps as far as manufacturing processes, customer service, customer interaction is a huge
just their total
completely interactive with their customers.
Yes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
kind of everything they're doing all ties together really well.
Oh, yeah. When I sent mine off and I got a call the next day, it got there and I got a call, Agent Dirk, this is Agent Pina, the commissioner. I was like, holy fuck, is this phone going to self-destruct in 7 seconds? Like, what's happening? But, I mean, they take it very seriously, although I don't have any other experience with any other companies that do builds like that, so I can't speak for my experience with them, but I can say my experience with agency so far has been stellar. I'm very happy. It makes me want to buy more guns just so I can experience more customer service. But they're staying on top of things. I know, Nick, you've got a few. One or two. Yeah, everybody's pretty much in the club. I'm a hybrid guy.
I'm not in the club.
Dude, do you even carry a gun? You're around, like, surrounded by guns all day. Do you even have one?
Yeah, I've always got one on my side. I do, but most of the time it's just a little single stack car CM9.
Oh, that's okay. I saw that car. And you haven't even painted that yet, have you?
No, I probably won't. I really like the stainless.
Yeah, I got the 53rd and the 54th hybrid.
Gotta love it.
That's pretty cool.
I had Brumley's in here not too long ago. They did some more work on Brumley's gun. I did a little bit. They are pretty slick pistols.
Garrett, do you have one of these yet? Did you order one of these for yours?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I have like 12 of them.
No, Dirk. Wyatt.
Oh.
Oh, he doesn't have his headphones on. There you go.
I do. I'm sorry. Say what?
Do you have a Magwell yet for yours?
No, I haven't picked one up. I'm going to.
You going to?
I love them. Well, I mean, from just strictly speaking from looks, because I haven't put my hands on one yet. But they look super low pro.
What do you guys think we should do with this one then?
Put it on a gun?
You have my address, right?
You need one?
No. I'm sure I could suck up to somebody and get one if I really needed it. But I don't. Man, last time I shot a gun was the last time you all saw me in person.
At Paul's class? Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
I'll trade you.
Oh, that's right. You do have one of those, don't you?
I owe you this.
Well, I was thinking maybe we could figure out to get some of our viewers interactive.
Oh, that sounds fun.
So I think we'll hold on to this for a little bit.
I think
and
it's smart.
figure out a way to kind of talk to our viewers.
I like the way you think, sir. Am I coming in loud and clear? I just switched to fiber.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I totally told Time Warner to go fuck themselves, and it made me so happy.
Yeah, you're loud and clear.
Yes, because I just walked in from the garage, and normally when I do that, everything takes a big shit. And it didn't take a big shit. I'm happy. God damn, it feels good. I miss you guys.
Feels good.
Well,
Good.
yeah, okay.
Oh, and he just takes a shit.
That's awesome.
That's what he gets for bragging about his internet.
Pretty much.
That was timing.
Karma, motherfucker.
There I go. Okay, so I guess it doesn't matter who my internet provider is.
You said the words.
Yeah, my garage is a black hole. I got to be honest with you guys.
Yeah.
I completely lied. The only reason that I took some time off is because the last time I was on this show, I was completely shaven, and it just didn't feel right. I had to wait and grow my goatee back.
The weight of the shame just crushed you.
Yeah.
Well, just so you know, I grew this just for tonight's episode for not being dirt.
It looks good on you. I don't know. You just still don't have a creepy neck beard, but that is quite a rape stash. I would ditch the chin fuzz and go full on rape face.
Just go straight pedophile.
You might be mad at me, sir. Christine's gonna shave all this off when I see her.
I'm not mad at you. It's your face.
I gave her permission.
That's fine. That means I don't have to fight through the hair to give you kisses. That is fine by me. Oh. Are we doing it? Are we rolling till 10? It's past 10. What are we doing?
It is past 10. I gotta roll.
Yeah, I'm not far from it.
Do you guys want to end the show the way we normally end the show?
Sure.
I think we could
Oh
do that.
shit! I totally forgot about that. Yeah,
So are we doing the IG thing?
Everybody pull out your phones. It's
Yeah.
that time. I'm going to go first to give everybody some time because I already prepared for this. So, yeah, my favorite Instagram page this week. I'm still feeling out who's who on this page, but to me it's hilarious. I'm going to go ahead and set this up. I'm not knocking Airsoft at all.
That's the one I was gonna pick.
Too late. Nope, too late. Pick another one. Because in used with the right application and used in the right way, it's an extremely advantageous tool. However, the page I'm about to mention finds these fringe guys who do the dumbest shit and puts them on blast, as well as like some of the Airsoft guys that are like, hey, I want my friend roasted, take this picture, da-da-da-da. But their first account got shut down because it's pretty vulgar and hilarious, but the new one is all one word, Jesus still hates Milsim. The original account was Jesus hates Milsim. And I'll go ahead and read why I think this is phenomenal after I show you the picture, because these are so good. That's which one was my favorite. I'm gonna have to pick the dude loading up the Slurpee in an ammo can. Where is it?
That's a good one.
It's a good one. I don't know if you guys can see it, but dude is straight up in a 7-Eleven filling up an ammo can with Slurpee.
No, it's just the other day.
Yep. And they go ahead and, they make it super tactical. They fucking make it Black Ops as hell by blacking out the faces and stuff. The pictures are great. The captions are what gets me. I'll start it where, yeah. You ever milsimmed so hard that you strolled into a 7-Eleven in full kit and filled an ammo can with Slurpee? Well, this fucking badass operator has. The dude barely fit his fat operator dick into his cries in the morning and went and killed some of his buddies in a milsim combat zone and then walked into a 7-Eleven giving no fucks. Told a Pakistani man behind the counter to sit the fuck down because he already shot his ancestors with BBs. But that's not here nor there. This thick dick operator guy then went into the Slurpee machine and filled his ammo can that he bought on eBay. Filled that shit the fuck up. And exfilled into his mom's minivan without paying. Why? Because America and because Milsim. The mic. It is so offensive. It's amazing. So, yeah, Jesus still hates Milsim. Like I said, Milsim's got a great application if you use it the right way, but some of these dudes do some dumb shit, and they call them out, and I think it's fucking hilarious. I can't get enough of it. So, who's ready? Who's next?
I can go.
Yeah, follow that up.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to do something that's actually practical and something that a lot of people may be interested in, and that's ballistics gel. So I'm going to go with Dr. Coat LLC.
Jeremy.
If you don't follow him, you should. They do a lot of manufacturing of FBI and NATO standards for ballistics gel.
It's some high quality shit.
And he is a genuinely great dude. He's helped me out personally on several occasions with the Argo J raffle that we did, and with when my wife, we had to just drop a bunch of money and buy a plane ticket real quick. He auctioned off another mask of his and give me that money to help with that plane ticket. And he's a great dude. Jeremy is. Yeah,
he's also highly involved with John Patton here, who everyone knows is part of the panel every now and then.
Chouse.
Who just started with Patton Media, and he's also big with Four Guys Guns and a few other people. I mean, you could just on his feed, he just has some really awesome shots on there.
That looks like a penis.
It does.
Well, he does them in various shapes and sizes, but I don't think he's done a penis one yet.
No, not yet. Can we request? Hey, Jeremy, if you're watching, can you make us a phallus-shaped gel? That'd be cool.
God.
This got HCTV logo on it.
If you can ship it to the C2 shooting center in Virginia Beach, so Cowan and Paul can just unload on a dick.
Yeah, I mean, he has like these Lego guys, which are awesome.
You can. That's copyright infringement. It's Bego, not Lego.
Lego? Oh, sorry. I misspoke. Out of turn. So, but yeah, check them out. I believe his shit's like pretty affordable. So have fun with it and play with your ballistics.
Love that guy. What about Glenn?
So I'm going to go with helping veterans, all one word. And it's a pretty small nonprofit. They're pretty new. I met the guy that runs it. I was at a thing a few weeks ago.
Like dicks.
What's that?
Way to make us feel like dicks.
No, I was going to go with the Milsim one, but Garrett beat me to the punch. So, but it's kind of a cool company because they're all disabled veterans doing things for disabled veterans. So, helping veterans, all one word. Helpingveterans.org is their website. So they're doing good work out there.
Nice.
Dicks.
Well, perfect. There you go. Just destroyed your credibility.
I do have one plug I need to make.
Yeah.
If any of you guys are, well, any of our viewers are going to be down at Daytona Beach Week this upcoming weekend, we have a four-wheel to heel organization which takes out wounded veterans and veterans of Afghanistan, Iraq, and Vietnam. We had a couple. We take them out for therapeutic riding, off-roading, stuff like that, and you can lift in Jeeps. I own one. And our chapter is going to be down there. I'm one of the co-founders of South Carolina chapter, and get in touch with us. Check out number 4 wheel, number 2 wheel, and we're actually going to have a little area of our own down there. So just look out for that. It's going to be at each week at Daytona.
Word. Nice. Always good to hear stuff like that. What about you? What about you, Zach?
I'll go with Rebel Arms this week.
Oh,
Hey.
nice.
Hey man, I gotta love them. They keep me, they send me some work, and have done a couple of rifles that have received a whole lot of attention, and I appreciate it. And they're really, really nice rifles using really nice components, and they're not priced terribly. They're nice guns. I was impressed. So.
Oh, Pollywog has a big old throbbing one for some Rebel Arms.
I do. They're also a friend. The owner's a personal friend of mine. We've been together since grade school, and we kind of reconnected when I found out. We met up for a meeting to help. I was going to consult for his company, and then I kind of found out it was his company, and that he was my friend from back in the day. And I was like, holy crap! And it was like a little reunion, and I was like, of course I'll work for you.
Music played. I know music played.
But my page for today would be Prometheus Design Works.
Yeah! I love those guys.
If anybody doesn't know who PDW is, it's Patrick Ma and his crew. A bunch of great guys making a bunch of great stuff. They make everything from knives to patches to T-shirts to outdoor gear, and they're really got a chance to go out there and hang out with them in California, and it was just a great experience. They're a bunch of really, really amazing people. And I definitely suggest if you're gonna, if you're in the market for something outdoorsy, whether it be a knife or, if you're a patch collector, or if you like the T-shirts and all that kind of crazy stuff to be different, they're probably one of the best companies out there as far as like items like that go. So you give them a look. They're a great group of guys.
Nice.
Who's that?
What are you doing?
What is that? Yeah.
It's already happened.
He's like, I've heard you guys loud and clear.
That took him like 2 minutes.
He's like, he said already ahead of you.
It literally took Jeremy like 30 seconds to already have a dick mold.
He's like, so you guys want dicks, huh?
Oh my god.
I didn't realize he was going to make one out of his own. Easy.
Oh man, you are well endowed, Jeremy. Good for you. How the hell do you walk around?
Proudly.
And painfully. Jesus. Oh man.
That's awesome.
Did y'all see Jeremy's last post?
Yeah, it's phenomenal. And anybody that's looking for that, DOCTORKOTE LLC. If you want to see the giant pink penis, yeah. Look at Paul's like, I'm out. I've had enough of the dick. So I guess I don't know. You guys mind if I wrap it up?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna have to do it. Oh wait, I was gonna mention something and then I totally fuck. Damn it. Agency just announced drop-in triggers today. That's pretty cool.
I think I might have to get one.
Mm-hmm. I'm like that they're doing drop-ins. I would have fucked it up, so I sent it to them. I was like, here, you guys do it and cut it and stuff, because I can't brain. I just can go like this. Beep, beep,
Yeah.
beep.
Sebastian, I know you're watching, so you heard it. We actually got a text message earlier asking when drop-ins were going to be freaking available.
Drop-ins.
I mean, it's not like I know everything. I don't.
Well, I mean, you got a little bit going, so that's good. I want to try, and next week's going to be a little wacky because if you guys aren't doing anything Practically Tactical, which is also on around this time, I'm going on there. I told Nick from Practically Tactical I'd be on a few months ago. So I'll be on that show next week. I'm not sure if we're still going to have OpCom or not. If you guys decide to do it and I can jump in after Prac-Tac, it'd be fantastic.
Yeah, we're good at unsupervised.
I think so. I don't know. I didn't watch the first half, so I don't know what the hell y'all did.
Well, I imagine
Yeah, don't
ratings
go.
went down when you popped up.
I would imagine so. Look at this. Who wants this? Nobody. So yeah, that's what's going on next week, and if you just bear with us, hopefully we can get up and running permanently, or at least throw in another season here soon. Rudy over there, not the derp, might take over hosting duties for me since my schedule is so crazy. But yeah, that's our show. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Did I miss anything or cut anybody off? Good
No,
deal.
I think
All
that's
right.
about it.
I feel good, man. I got this fuzzy feeling. We're back. I like it. Damn.
I think get a little bit more organized, and we'll have a lot more content.
My pants just got tight. Squee! All right, well, take us out, Nick. That's it.
Oh, that's right. I have the magical
Yeah,
buttons done.
You're running the show, buddy.
So,
Thanks,
all right, guys.
everybody.
have a good one.
Thank you.
Pew pew pew.